Well, I see the health information network greatly expanding our capabilities as far as being able to immediately get the patient's information in front of the physician in a much more timely manner than we can today. I think that having the ability to query a system by patient's name and birth date or any identifying information would be very helpful to ER physicians, to private practice physicians even, but more specifically for an ER situation where you could get that patient's vital health information, health history, allergies, and that type of thing in front of that physician as soon as possible.
Do you have any thoughts specifically in regard to the hospital community and healthcare system for hospitals specifically?
I would like to see all the hospitals be able to communicate over the health information network. We'd like to see it, to have it in place so that you could do referrals rather quickly. In a situation where you have an ER patient coming in that's a critical patient, I can see where it would be extremely valuable to transmit the information from the ambulance straight to the hospital, be able to pull up that patient's history, and then be able to pull up any pertinent information like his primary care physician or his heart specialist, and immediately make that decision to go ahead and defer, move the ambulance to go ahead and transfer that patient to a specialty hospital, or once we got him in, to be able to transfer him a lot quicker, be able to stabilize him a lot quicker, and that kind of thing for the hospitals. For physicians, I can see where referrals would be an ideal way to use the health information network to be able to have a patient in your office, see the patient, and go ahead and set up the referral with a specialist that's connected to the network immediately, without and eliminate a lot of the phone calls and faxing that we do now. The care would be impacted greatly. It would speed up the time, the decision-making time for the physician. If you have an ER patient that you can immediately know that what their allergies are, that kind of thing, when they're en route, if they've had a cardiac history or if they need a specialist, if the physician knows that en route to the ER, they can be better prepared to see the patient, better prepared to treat the patient, or to transfer them to a qualified specialist, and eliminate much of the time now evaluating the patient. And a lot of times, if we have an unconscious patient, the time it takes to evaluate would be eliminated by being able to pull up that history. I think nationally is where we want to go eventually. After we can cover the state of Georgia and connect with all the hospitals, all the specialists, and all the primary care physicians, which is a huge task, but I think that's the direction we're going, and I think it is going to make great strides for patient care. In the beginning, that's what we talked about a lot, was about ER patients, and if somebody's in a crash in Oregon and they're from Georgia and they're unconscious, eventually we'd like for the physician in Oregon to be able to sit at his computer, from the guy's driver's license, punch in his name and pull up his medical history and see everything about that person and what allergies they have and that kind of thing. So they can communicate, get on the phone and call back to Georgia and talk to their primary care physician. Right now that doesn't exist.